Welcome to Wisdom in Pages. Some books are written as warnings, others as prophecies. And sometimes, a book is so eerily accurate that it stops being fiction altogether. In 1949, George Orwell wrote 1984, a dystopian novel about a world where governments manipulate the truth, control every aspect of life, and erase history to maintain their power. At the time, it was just a story, a dark prediction of what could happen if authoritarianism went unchecked. People read it, they discussed it, but most believed it was just a cautionary tale, not a blueprint for reality. But today, something terrifying is happening. The world of 1984 isn't some distant nightmare. It's here, it's now, and whether you realize it or not, you're already living in it. The question is, how much of it have you noticed? Chapter 1. The Ministry of Truth is real. In 1984, the government controls all information through the Ministry of Truth. Its job? To rewrite history, fabricate news, and erase inconvenient facts. It was an unsettling idea, one that seemed too extreme to be real. But today, governments, corporations, and tech giants decide what is true and what isn't. News articles disappear. Facts change overnight. Narratives shift so quickly that people forget what they originally believed. And if you dare to question it, you're labeled a conspiracy theorist, a dangerous thinker, or worse, completely silenced. History is no longer written by the victors. It's rewritten in real time. And the scariest part? Most people don't even notice. Chapter 2. Big Brother never left, he just got smarter. In Orwell's world, Big Brother is always watching. Privacy doesn't exist. Every move, every conversation, every thought is monitored. Sound familiar? Today, governments and tech companies have access to more personal data than Orwell could have ever imagined. Your phone listens to you. Algorithms track your behavior. Cameras watch your every step. Your own devices predict what you'll do next, sometimes before you do. We carry Big Brother in our pockets. We invite him into our homes. We even talk to him through virtual assistants, handing over our private thoughts willingly. And just like in 1984, this surveillance isn't sold as control. It's sold as convenience. That's how they get us to accept it. Chapter 3. Thought crime exists, it's just called something else. In 1984, people don't just get punished for their actions. They get punished for their thoughts. If you question the system, if you believe the wrong thing, you disappear. Not physically at least, not at first. But your voice is erased. Today, it happens with a click. Accounts are banned. Posts are censored. Ideas that go against the mainstream are labeled dangerous misinformation and scrubbed from the internet. And just like in Orwell's world, the rules keep changing. What was acceptable yesterday becomes offensive today. What was true last year is false this year. You're expected to keep up or risk being cast out. They don't need to control your body if they can control your mind. Chapter 4. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. One of the most chilling aspects of 1984 is doublethink, the ability to hold two contradictory beliefs and accept both as true. And today, we see it everywhere. Governments tell us we must give up freedom to be safe. We must censor speech to be free. We must go to war to maintain peace. And people believe it, not because they're forced to, but because they've been conditioned to. Orwell didn't just predict the mechanics of control. He predicted how people would learn to love their own oppression. And that's exactly what's happening now. Final thought, are we too late? When Orwell wrote 1984, it was meant to serve as a warning. But a warning only works if people listen. So, here's the question. Now that we know we're living in the world of 1984, what do we do next? Because if history has taught us anything, it's this: once a society willingly accepts control, it rarely gets its freedom back. And the scariest thing about 1984, it wasn't supposed to be an instruction manual.